Before PUBG, before Fortnite, in 2017, before every live service looter shooter you can think of, there was The Division, a game that changed everything, even when it almost crashed and burned at the launch. Today, we're going to go back almost a decade from one of the most ambitious, most frustrating, and ultimately the most influential game in modern shooter history, Tom Clancy's The Division. I played this game since the beta and through the highs and lows, and trust me, there were plenty of lows. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment for more. I'm the Dad Panther, and I'm curious, if you played The Division, drop your favorite memory in the comments. Is it the Dark Zone, survival mode, or was there something else that you'll never ever forget about Tom Clancy's The Division? Now, did it have a rough start? Not gonna sugarcoat it, the launch was a disaster. Things like the PvP and online play didn't work properly, weapons were broken and unbalanced, and the bugs, oh, everywhere there were bugs. The end game was practically non-existent. I don't think Ubisoft understood that they had a hit on their hands, or that they understood that this game would be probably one of the blueprints to what we now play and call Battle Royale games. But there is a redemption here. See, Ubisoft didn't quit, and sure as hell the community wasn't going to let them. They pulled off one of the greatest redemption arcs in gaming history, right there with Fortnite or even No Man's Sky. They came back and they gave you 3 major updates that I believe changed everything. The 1.4 update, the 1.8 update, and the continuation of the global events that are still going on. Those updates turned The Division into a game we all wanted at the launch. How does The Division hold up today? Well, player agency, the term they use as far as your control in the storyline in the game, it's minimum to a certain extent. There's no branching choices. This isn't Baldur's Gate. The character creation, forgettable. I mean, your identity really comes from the gear you pick up, the weapons you have, the way that you play, not your face. Storyline, surprisingly very strong, and post-COVID, I'm just gonna add, even more relevant. A broken society, trust gone, chaos everywhere. It hits different now. Now, the setting as a character, anybody who's ever played The Division will tell you the snow, the blizzard. It's New York City. New York isn't just a map, it's a character. Snowstorms so thick you can't see 2 feet ahead of yourself. Rain glistening on abandoned cars, that eerie silence in between the gun battles. It's haunting. Few games pull this off. Now let's talk graphics and features. Like, the graphics, do you remember that insane E3 trailer? Now, the game didn't match it at all, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it still looks good. It still looks very good, whether you play on consoles like this is PlayStation 5 or you play on PC, especially after the patches. But it's noted that it has been severely downgraded from what we saw in that E3 trailer. And the features like the companion app that was rumored where you can play alongside your friend and help them out hasn't happened. Sure, there's Resurgent going into beta testing again, probably for the 2nd, 3rd round, but as of right now, it's never happened. Huge missed opportunity. Now let's talk gameplay and mechanics, and don't pay any attention to my potato aim. It's what I do. The Division is an RPG game in disguise. That means, in this universe, bullet sponges. Emptying a tire magazine or clip into a guy can be frustrating, but the cover system, brilliant in my opinion. You add those diverse builds where you have a tank, a medic, DPS, you've got yourself some tactical depth. An open world encounter keeps things tense, especially when factions collide. You never know what happens when you turn the corner, or when you're going in the menu to check something, you realize shots are being fired your way. The Dark Zone. You can't talk about The Division without talking about the Dark Zone. This was Battle Royale before Battle Royale. PvPvE chaos, where your teammates can stab you in the back. No, literally, they can stab you in the back. Toxic? Yes. Addictive? Absolutely. And if you want to talk toxic, if you weren't there at the original start of Xbox Live playing Halo and Call of Duty, I'm just saying you got to get tougher skin. Now let's talk about the loot and the community. The loot grind is the heartbeat of the Division. Farming gear, recalibration, and optimization. If you love loot, then you'll love this game, but it is a grind. I'm telling you right now, it's a grind. You're doing some of the same missions over and over again. You're doing it with friends, you're doing it by yourself, point blank. You need that grindy gear, and you're going to spend a lot of time to do it. The community, they're passionate and they're loud. They demanded a better game, and Ubisoft listened. Now my final verdict. So should you play The Division in 2025? I'm going to go ahead and rate this a 5. Absolutely. You're getting a polished version of an experience, an unforgettable setting, and one of the most underrated redemption stories in gaming history. Almost 10 years later, The Division is still one of the great games, also one of the what could have been. If you like this game and you remember the Dark Zone days, subscribe for most deep dives and a game that changed the industry. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow for more. I am the Dad Panther. Until next time, flick-a-lick-a-low.